You want to be my ally? While I appreciate the offer, I wonder about your intent. You see, my story is not a lot for rent. I need for you to dig deep and understand your motivations because I can't handle any more flirtations. This ally thing is not a cute idea to play with. The need for you in my life is both serious and significant. You see, my chances are limited and my ceiling hangs low. All in all, I've been forced to let go of the idea or thought or conception that I be or feel accepted. That's real talk in a battle every day. So if you're looking to begin your work, don't delay. Get started with creating environments that simply make more sense. You know, the inclusive be your authentic self kind, as opposed to the exclusive only a few fit of this styling kind. I'm not gonna front. It's hard work without much compensation. You must be diligent as there is no vacation from confronting, interrupting, and standing up in the face of injustice. Trust this, it takes much practice. And just so you know, others before you have come, and unfortunately they couldn't last the long run. They thought of this journey like a 5K, and let me just say, it's a marathon. No, a triathlon. As a matter of fact, it's the world's strongest competition. However, if you feel called to the mission to advocate, support, and put words into action, I have no doubt that you can start a chain reaction. You can influence your circles, networks, and groups to ask questions and get to the root of exclusion, discrimination, and prejudice to make it better for the rest of us. You want to be my ally? So is that like gay best friends or bestie for short? No, it's not. And please don't distort. I won't take you shopping or party hopping. This isn't meant to be fun. This relationship is serious. You're making me delirious. You know what? I am done. I am tired and over this cycle of oppression as it always ends in the same exact question. What am I gonna do to educate you in some interesting way so you really understand what it actually means to be gay? The burden of proof of this experience always rests on me, but the truth is out there for all to see. You don't actually need that one black friend in order to comprehend the stories of injustice, struggle, and inequality. Instead, open your eyes and take in the bibliography. It's been written and the story has been told. Media captures it, and at the paper stands, it's sold. You know, I've seen this before. I let you walk through the door, you take on my cause, you take my voice because you want to help, but you give me no choice. You tell me it's No Child Left Behind or Doctors Without Borders or other programs of this kind. The point here is that you think you know best. And I've watched, you won't rest until your agenda, outline, and outcomes are met. To me, that seems a little set. Yes, I want your support. I want you to be there. But you don't ally with me, instead you glare. Working the soup kitchen makes you uncomfortable because you think the people that need these services are ungovernable. Sometimes I feel like you take on all the light and you think you're really fighting a good fight. I ask you how? In solidarity alongside with me? In community? No, not usually. And let's be clear, I didn't choose this black skin or gay body, but in our society, these identities can bring me pain and they create no room to gain or get the validation I want or feeling legit. I'm not gonna front, let me be real. Let me list for you what you must do with emotion and zeal. Be your authentic self. Read the real history books off the shelf. Engage across difference and quiet your own resistance. Listen intently and create space for others just to be. Question what you've been told, sometimes a bad bag of goods you've been sold. You want to be my ally? Well, what does the literature say on how to advocate for women, people of color, and those that are gay? It says that we need to focus on awareness, knowledge, skills, and action. This is a process for you to get right individual interactions. Before we go too far, let me sample some examples so you can take note in the future you can use. Awareness starts with answering the question of what's around me, what's in my space, what can I see? Do you track difference and include variety? Knowledge is power and something for you to learn, facts, history, and information to discern. Do you know highlights from the civil rights movement? Or when women's feet hit the pavement to work alongside men for equal payment? Skills are what you practice day in and day out. This is your opportunity to show marginalized folks what you're all about. This may look like using inclusive language and getting rid of that gender binary baggage. Now, to talk about action, we're gonna need to use some fractions. This is several parts. Listen and use your smarts. 1/3 of this is consistency over time. Your dedication will translate to proficiency. No longer will you have to mime. This third is your roots, getting connected, you see, being present, living in community. For 1/2 action, you will need traction to keep doing and stick to the course. This is the active portion. No time to outsource. This is you front, not center, putting skills to use. This is advocacy, interruption, and affirmation let loose. 1/6 of this equation is your cause or issue. Go forth with persuasion as you work change to bring to society at large. Consider this part your mission or charge. You want to be my ally. Thank you. I want you. I need you. You see, there's some tables I can't sit at and some conversations I can't have. And you know, at this point, I'm not even mad. It's a fact of my life. A half a cup of struggle, a pinch of strife. I just want you to know that you have a great responsibility to let the big T truth flow with great civility. Pause. Here's what I need you to consider. How exactly will you respond when you get triggered? What will you say? What will you do? How will you be? I need you to lean into discomfort and uncertainty. Family and friend times won't change overnight. These people will still say and do things that just ain't right. You know, often some allies do this work out of guilt. It's funny because it looks like a patchwork quilt. They feel badly about this, they feel badly about that. It's usually after they digest all the history that their emotions fall flat. Please don't get stuck in what coulda, shoulda, woulda been. You don't have to pretend. Rather, accept the responsibility that comes with the privilege you have. Use your learning ability and we can go half. If I teach, then you work, not just listen. If I share, then you do, not just glisten. It's not enough to be shiny and bright, down for the cause. I need you to be active, combat ready, hungry like Jaws. You want to be my ally? The work you want to do is great, but please know that some folks are going to hate. They won't understand why you care, why you give, why you support. The fact is you have to be ready to retort. I know you can do this. You have the strength, patience, and diligence to pursue this. And your ambition warms my heart. Believe me, I don't want us to part. I want you to be with me on my journey, bear witness to my narrative, hear my story. Allyship is idealism at its best. I hope what's been shared prepares you for the test. People will come at you from very different directions. You must be ready with each of the connections. How does your experience mesh with my experience, mesh with the dominant experience? Careful analysis and understanding increases your resilience. Only you can answer the questions I pose. I just ask that you reflect on the suggestions I've disclosed. Incorporate each into your daily practice. Soon you will find easy this process of praxis. All right, I'm done. This piece is a wrap. Allyship 101. You fill in the gap.